Hey, everybody. Diva Angie, Granny Angie, just me today, hanging out with Nadine. Uh,
Hey.
Anybody else who wants to come in? I haven't gotten anybody to hop in yet. We'll see. And I'm not sure if anybody's even watching it just yet. We'll give it a few minutes before we get
Yeah,
real excited about anything. We were talking
yeah,
about lottery, and it's good points and it's bad points.
yeah. Everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation, yes.
Mhm.
If you're Dave's here. Hi Dave. Big
Dave.
hugs.
Mark's here too.
And Mark, hi Mark. Mark, they popped
Yay.
up at the same time.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Just hanging out.
Yay.
Didn't have anything to do, didn't have any questions for Granny today, so I thought I'd just
Yay.
come and BS for a little while just so I don't think I'm missing an action or something. Or,
Oh,
you know, I
MIA
don't want to. I
committee.
don't want to. I don't want to be that one that just deletes everything and vanishes into poof. I would never do
Yeah.
that to you people.
That would be awful.
I am also not the person who's going to make grand announcements that I'm leaving.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I would let key people know so that they could spread the word, but I'm not going to go get up on the stage and go, I am leaving YouTube. I am leaving Facebook. I am leaving.
Yeah,
All of you, but don't be mad at me for leaving. You
yeah,
know,
and
yeah.
I am leaving. I
I
am leaving. I am leaving, and then
am not. Don't nobody.
then you're back a week later.
Yeah, with a different name or different channel, but same.
Mm, yeah.
Hugs, hugs, hugs.
Hugs, hugs, hugs. I'm making this today.
Is that knitting or crocheting?
It's knitting, not
It's
crocheting.
it's knitting, knitting. Okay, she's knitting.
It's knitting, not crocheting. I'm um I'm knitting slippers out of the
Yay,
Christmassy yarny stuff.
footies.
It's a pattern that's on the slippers, so yay!
I
And
like footies.
I'm um a little annoyed how long it takes for knitting, especially when you're not used to it. It's like it's taking so long.
Yeah, it's is it not? It's similar to crocheting, yes.
Yeah, well, you got
I
two
know it
needles
takes
instead of a
two.
hook.
Was it kind of the same knotting system? Like you're making the same kind of knots? You're just doing it with two
No,
stitch? No.
you're more kind of dragging yarn through loops. You're just making loops.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and um, but you can use crochet and make it look kind of like knitting. There is a knit stitch in crochet.
It's a knit
Knit
ship.
shit.
Uh,
No, that wasn't a bra cup, Mark.
I don't think there is a double C. There's double D. It's A B C
No, he said, "Hey,
D.
critical cripple."
No, I'm going with the joke. What are you doing?
This thing I thought he was saying was the bra cup.
Oh. See, I'm probably the one that's confused. I'm usually the one that's confused, so I'm gonna go with the fact that I'm the one that's confused here. That's general position for me. Huh? What? What's going on? Did I miss something?
And he could be with it could be the CC that he's talking about. I don't know, but and this kind of looks, got that.
It would make a nice little boob holder or a
Yeah,
banana hammock.
yeah. They have those.
Yes, I've seen knitted or crocheted skivvies
Mm.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently I was correct in my um, evaluation of the situation.
Yeah, see, I knew it was me who didn't know what the hell's going on. Um, just another day in the life of me. So
So,
yeah,
are you saying that you actually don't live in Texas, but in a state of confusion?
that's pretty much the same thing, isn't it?
Could be, huh?
I'm never quite sure what the hell is going on anywhere anymore. Mostly because I'm doing my best to ignore a whole lot of it. I try to ignore
Yay.
people say I
Oh,
don't
so
hate
much.
politics. I just don't want to talk about it
Yeah. Well,
because I have my
it's
opinions.
tiring.
Yeah.
You guys have too long of a political like you can talk about politics forever before anything even happens, and it's just it's a pain in the arse. You guys never stop.
Yeah, and it's just I can't. I have
Yeah.
my opinion. I know what I know. I know what I think. I know that there's really not a bing banging thing I can do about it except go vote. If
Yeah.
I can whine and bitch and complain about it and share, oh, he did this or she said that all day long, and it's not going to change anybody's mind. People have already decided what they like and what they want.
Yeah.
We are
Yep.
completely divided by party, and that's a fact.
Yeah.
And we can all wish we could get along a whole lot better, but we
Oh,
can't. So we
darn
have to
it.
vote. We have to vote. That's all you can do. Yes, protest. I'm not knocking people who protest. Get the message out there if you like. Do it. I personally do my own research and just vote. God bless America. Vote. What did
Yeah.
you do?
I made a mistake.
Oh dear.
And
Am
I
I
gotta
distracting you, my
unravel.
dear? Mark my nose
No.
itches.
I gotta unravel like 2 or 3 rows.
Don't look at me.
It's like, oh no. My.
I got her.
Oh, I think that'll be good. No, that's.
Well, honey.
I wasn't paying attention, and
No whining.
I made a pearl stitch where I was supposed to make a knit stitch.
Knit one, purl two. That's all I know about. I don't know anything else. And I got that from cartoons. Yay, everything is streaming nicely over on YouTube. That's good.
Yay!
Y'all share. We
Like,
need
share,
we
and
need more
subscribe.
people. If anybody wants to come in, send me a DM on Twitter.
Share
My
your
link
Twitter.
my Twitter is down in the description down there.
Okay.
Send me a
Hmm.
send me a message and I will send you a link. Link.
Yay.
I did post it in the fundraiser group that I was in.
Yeah.
It's got a few people. That's really the only group I have. I'm in some other people's groups, but I don't like to post my stuff in their
Yeah.
stuff because that's like hijacking, right?
Yeah. Well, some of the groups I'm in, there's people that post everything they do, and some don't. So I just kind of go with the flow of the group.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna be okay. Even though my stitches are gonna be angled funny because of the way I'm picking them up.
Okay. What
Robert!
shall we chat about? Robert, hello, my darling.
Yay!
What shall we chat about? I'm
Ah.
bored. I was bored and I did enough adulting yesterday that I don't only have about an hour's worth of adulting to do today, which I can do later.
Yay! Yay! Only have to do 2 hours of adulting or an hour of adulting. Yeah.
Well, I don't count dealing with the kids as adulting because
Yeah.
as soon as they get here, I have to lower myself a bit to that level.
so
That's
so
less.
that
That's
so
actually less adulting than things like laundry. That's
yeah.
adulting. That's the boring crap.
Yep.
Being with the kids is fun. So
Okay. So I'm back to where I should be. So for whatever reason, the one row I was supposed to knit all the way across, and
Uh-huh.
I knit all the way over here, and then I purled.
Okay.
And then I did a couple of more rows before I noticed.
Oh, well, dag nabbit.
Yeah, yeah, dag nabbit for sure.
See, that's why you shouldn't do that when you're distracted.
Yeah, but if my hands stay still, then that's like torture of the highest order.
Ouch. Oh,
Like that's
Jesus.
uh,
Sorry. It was not an earthquake.
you sure?
I'm sure. I'm having a hurricane, though. Well, not really.
Nah, it's a
Tropical
tropical
storm,
depression or whatever.
depression.
And
It's
yeah,
just depression right now, but
yeah,
it's gray and wet, but it's so much cooler. It
yeah.
feels so much better outside. I was cooking. Yeah.
You were cooking and you weren't sweating like buckets.
Oh gosh, you just don't go outside when it's like that. Not
Yeah.
here. It's because
Mm.
it's hot, but it's so humid and there's always, you know, 40% humidity around here is like, oh, that's nice. It's dry out today, you know?
Well, yeah, yeah. I live next to the ocean.
Yeah, I'm just close
We're
enough.
regularly up over 5 million humidity.
Yeah. And so
I,
now it's like 100% humidity out there with the rain and everything, but it's so much cooler because the sun
yeah,
is just not
yeah, yeah.
fry
Exactly.
time.
We've had it. Just let me get something and I'll make you faint.
But,
It's
oh,
46, feels like 37 here.
yeah. Uh,
Fahrenheit.
yeah, I'm not jealous of that. That's too cold.
And that's what's that in Celsius? It's about 10 feels like 5 or so. 8 feels like 3.
Yeah, we'll
So
get to that temperature like January, February.
37.
Yeah, that's when it gets really cold
Oh
to
my
me
gosh.
down here.
I'm only just wearing warmer clothes. Like this is comfortable. And my window's still open. My window's open, so it's not 15 degrees in my room. And
Yeah.
I'm just like perfect. The only
Um,
problem is my back doesn't like it, but
my husband grew up in Indiana, and so he's not as temperate as I am. He's lived here a long time now in
yeah.
Texas, but he has moments where he's just so happy it's winter. Even here, he's like, it just feels so good. And I'm in the house going, turn the heater up, turn it up. My toes
Yeah.
are cold. My
Yeah.
fingers are turning white. God dang it, I'm
Yeah.
freezing.
And me here, if anybody's cool in the house, my landlady and I are both like, put a put freaking clothes on, put socks on, and put a sweater on. You're not turning that heat up.
I have a polar bear onesie. You don't get
Yeah.
much warmer than that. And I don't mean real polar bear fur. Please don't anybody send me any emails or anything. I'm talking about a onesie from Walmart. It's not real.
Yeah, but those things are thin. Those things aren't warm.
Mine's not. It's thick. It's fluffy.
It's big and
I
fluffy.
put it, I put it on, and the girls. I always make sure the girls have onesies, something cute that they like. I also have a unicorn, so it's
Yeah.
not as thick as the polar bear is. But we put them on. And we go right around the neighborhood on the golf cart and our onesies, and I have lights on the LED things on the top of my golf cart just because, and we just look silly and ride around the neighborhood like it's a parade and we're the only ones in it. And we feed deer and the raccoons and stuff. I keep deer corn around
Yeah.
just to put it out in some of the lesser developed areas of the neighborhood.
Yeah. Mm. And those hummingbirds were awesome. That
There's
little
so
video.
many.
There's
There's
so
that the
many.
I can't get a good video of how many there really are because
Yeah.
as soon as I get anywhere close, about half of them fly away.
Yeah.
And there's 100 birds out there at any
Yeah.
given moment. And
Wow.
it just, as soon as the sun begins to just lighten the sky a little bit, they're out there. And I'm going through, well, let's see, the big feeder holds 3 cups, and then the long tube feeder holds 2 cups, I think. And I'm filling that up twice a day at least.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
I'm using like 4 cups of sugar a day, and it's like, holy crap, these little suckers are
Robert says,
hungry.
I have polar bear slippers, not used by polar bears as far as I know.
A jacket
Uh-huh.
used by a polar bear. Nope,
1, 2,
I
3,
think polar bears are cool,
4, 5. Yeah, they are.
but it is nowhere near because I take all my winter stuff, my onesies and my sweatpants and my sweaters and my long sleeve jammies and my thermal underwear. Yes, I layer up big time, and it's only like 40 degrees outside, so
I'm.
don't judge me.
It's. I'll wear a light fall or a light jacket all winter long. We don't unless it gets to minus 10 with the wind. Then's when I might wear my winter jacket.
I can't
Like 10,
even.
10 cells minus 10 Celsius, which is about, I don't know, 15 or so.
Yeah.
15 Fahrenheit or so. That's when I maybe, it depends on how much snow and how much moisture is going on.
If it's below
Because if it's,
freezing, I don't go outside.
oh my gosh,
I just don't.
I'm just like,
My world shuts
yay.
down.
If it's -5 and sunny, I'll shovel with a shirt kind of like this on and my capri pajama bottoms and a pair of boots. I'll shovel
That's
like feet worth of snow in
that's a
that,
serious
wearing that,
tolerance right
because
there.
I'm like so, like I'm dying of sweat when it's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Nadine, you're mad. You're a mad. I'm a mad. Nope. Set a GoPro or something and take a still, which shows the. Oh, set up a GoPro. Mark says maybe set
Yeah.
up a GoPro. You'd have to
If I
get
had a
one first.
GoPro,
You had a GoPro?
if I had a GoPro,
Yeah.
I bought a
Pet.
dash cam at Eckerd's drugstore one time that
Uh,
was supposed to be similar to something like that. I think I paid $20 for it.
oh yeah, that's not.
Hi, nerdy. We're just hanging out.
Yeah,
Nothing's going on.
yeah. We're just hanging out.
Anybody that wants to jump in can just send me a tweeter, and I will send you a link. The more that I
Yay!
can hold up to 5 more people, 4 more people.
4 more people on screen. Up to
Yeah,
10 can be in here, like in the.
backstage. Yeah,
Yeah, up to 10 people total, but
cutting the
only
feet.
6 on stream at a time.
We are not cutting feet. Don't listen to Dave. Do not listen to Dave. He's making silliness over there, cutting the feet of lesser mammals. I think not.
I don't know. You see the size of polar bears compared to us? I think they're far
Yeah.
from lesser. I almost did it again.
Stop it.
I almost I
Don't
almost purled where I shouldn't purl.
don't do that, Lucy. Her making pizza.
Pizza,
Nerdy's making
pizza.
pizza. Pizza rat. What? No, we're not rat. Pizza rodent. Excuse me. I'm sorry I said rat. I don't know that you might be a hamster. You might be a gerbil. You might be a
A
vole.
mouse.
I don't know.
It could be a mouse
Could be a mouse.
or a um.
I have. I had hamsters when I was a kid. I loved my hamsters, and they loved me, and they would do tricks.
Nice.
Hamsters don't live very long though. That's hard on a 6-year-old.
Yeah. You don't have a Pizza Hut over there?
Pizza Hut. Ew. I remember when that was a good place to eat. That was a really long time ago. We have a fair
I
pizza
like
place here.
stuffed crust pizza.
I have gotten where I most of the time will make my own pizzas because
Yeah.
the pizza place we have two gas stations that sell pizza, gas station pizza,
Yeah.
and then we have one actual pizza joint that's about as big as my living room.
Yeah.
And their pizzas are okay. They're not
Yeah.
wonderful. They're not horrible, but they're okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in a pinch, I will order from them.
Yeah.
But I usually just make my own because I like the white. I have to use like Alfredo or some alternative to red
Pizza.
sauce on
Yeah.
my pizza because the red sauce just tears my guts up, man. I can't
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
So,
I go to a place we've got a place here called Peter's Pizza, and it has like a not zesty pizza sauce, so I can eat it.
yeah.
And but usually, if we're gonna get something there, it's me and her, and we just get a slice, and a slice is a quarter of a large pizza. So, like we can get a slice for what for less than what it costs for a small pizza. And it's like I said, it's like a quarter of a large pizza. So it's fine.
What? Mark, I didn't know you could develop lactose intolerance. I thought that's just something people had. You can actually get that over time?
You can develop any kind of allergies over time.
Ooh. That might explain a few things,
Yep.
but I don't know. I never looked into anything such as that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you can develop allergies over time as well as they can go away over time.
Hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
I'm
9.
gonna have to look into that more. I'm gonna
Yeah.
start doing some experiments on myself. So I'm gonna cut this
Especially,
out and see if this makes it better. Let me cut this
yeah,
out and see if it makes it
make it better.
better.
Yeah. Um, Food allergies are especially bad. Like food allergies generally won't go away, but they do develop over time. So, yeah.
Hmm. So Nerdy says he's work intolerant. Me too. I don't know what English style pizza means. Can you elaborate? I thought pizza was Italian, so I thought we were all getting the same
So we got
thing.
American style pizza here. Do you get English style pizza places? Oh, Nerdy said, so we get American style pizza here in the UK. So do you get English style pizza places?
Peg Aiken. Oh, breakfast pizza. Yeah, buddy. I like
Mm,
breakfast pizza.
yeah. I usually go with all meat because meat.
Yeah, and I use like southern white cream gravy for the sauce.
Ah,
Oh baby, sausage gravy. Oh
um,
yeah.
I use one time when I went and got a pizza, I had my ears itchy. I had ordered like I had moved into a place in downtown Calgary, and it was one of those deep dish places, the square deep dish pizzas.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't realize how much cheese they would put on it, and I'm used to places being stingy with the cheese. So I ordered a pepperoni pizza with triple cheese because
Oh.
I'm used to places being stingy, super stingy with the cheese. It
Like
was a
40
small
pounds of
pizza. It was a small deep dish pizza, and the crust is like that high. Well, the cheese was like above the crust, overflowing. It took me 4 days to eat a small pizza.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
just so much cheese.
Like Earth Strata. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
It was
Yeah, we always say
ridiculous.
at least extra cheese on the pizza.
Oh yeah,
And I
definitely.
and I keep cheese mozzarella in the fridge at all times because if I buy a frozen pizza, because we actually have a few good frozen pizzas. We've got one
Yeah.
down here called Wild Mike's, and that sucker's huge. It's a big old pizza, and it's like $5.
Yeah.
And I just throw some extra cheese on the top, pop it in the oven, and oh, it's good. It's actually
Yeah.
really good pizza.
Yeah. That the one that we get for the slice that we get is I think it's a ham and pepperoni
Yeah,
cheese pizza. So it's it's just your standard
I
fare,
thought you
but
were
it's
gonna
like
say pineapple.
$7. Like for under $10, you can get a pizza and a drink and a whatever that's pretty filling.
I made 16 bean soup last night with ham. It was
Wow.
fantabulous. And I made little baby corn muffins about this big, and they were so
Uh,
yummy. It
Yay.
was good.
Yay.
I usually save that kind of stuff for winter, but I was craving some beans.
I swear I'm going to shoot myself.
Stop
I
doing
I
that,
did
Nate.
I did I did a row where I did most of it correctly and some of it the wrong way. So like the last 9 stitches are supposed to be the same. They're always supposed to be the knit, but for some reason I knit 6 of them and purled 3 of them.
Oh,
And I'm really neurotic when it comes to that stuff, so it's like,
I have no doubt.
how do I fix this? Can I fix this? Is it possible to fix this?
You can do
I've got
it.
to fix it. Fuck.
Poor thing.
I'm
Last 9 stitches. What?
like,
No, I
I'm
don't
like,
have a Dutch oven. I'm not entirely sure what a Dutch oven is. I think it's a type of pot, isn't it?
what? A what?
A Dutch oven is a type of pot, like a cook
I'm
pot.
not sure. I'm not
I have a
sure.
great old big pot. That's what I make the soup in on top of the stove.
It's a
Maybe
technic.
that's a Dutch oven.
It's a technical name for a big pot.
It's very possible. I know I've heard the term before, but when I hear it, I think of pressure cooker, and I know that's not the same thing. So I don't know.
Okay, I
Somebody
can do
help
this.
me.
I can do this.
Look
It's
up what
okay.
Dutch oven is. Nah, I'm just wonder for a while.
I
I'll
can do
figure it
this.
out. It'll come back to me. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, I was gonna check that out."
Yeah.
I think it's just a big pot, but I don't know
Okay,
if it
so
has like a
if
special lid or something. I have a soup pot, and I have a noodle pot, and I have a skillet. I have 2 skillets. Well, 3 skillets, different sizes,
I do it like this,
and my Corningware baking dishes. That's about all I need.
and
The one thing I have too much of is spatulas, spoons, tongs, large cooking utensils. I have an entire drawer full of them, and I can barely close the stupid thing because everything sticks out weird.
oh
And
yeah,
I can't bring myself to get rid of any of them because I might have a party one day and need them all. So I don't know. Although I
have a
don't have parties at my house. I don't. My house is
uh,
not big enough to have a party. If I have a party, I'm going to go rent
okay,
someplace or go to the park or, you know,
yeah.
I don't have parties in my house.
I'm
So
kind of half paying attention.
I don't care.
Not really.
I
Okay,
know.
awesome, awesome.
I'm rambling anyway, so it doesn't really matter if
That's
you're paying
okay.
attention.
I'm like I said, I'm neurotic on being able to leave it the way it is, and I can't.
It is
So
perfectly all right to
because
tune me out and
it
fix your
was
boo boo, honey.
it was stitches, and like there was 3 of them. There was 3 of them. Like,
Son of a.
okay, we're fixed.
Does not hurt my feelings when you tune me out to focus. It's okay.
Good,
I'm
good.
just trying to keep there from being any dead air if possible, and
Yeah.
not too many that kind of
Or
stuff.
me going,
Yeah, that too. Nadine's growling again. What are we
unless,
gonna do?
unless you need some white noise.
I would like a bra that had straps that would stay where the fuck I put them.
No, there is a law against that.
Yeah, well, if I didn't have shoulders like a linebacker, it would be easier to keep it
No,
up there.
yeah, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
Mine's got a slope too. It's
back in the 80s when everything had shoulder pads in it, I looked like I was ready to try out for the defensive
yeah.
line.
First thing I did with any shirt I owned was
Cut them suckers out.
cut
Yep.
them suckers out.
Yep. Only some of them wouldn't, like, they just thought would not hang right if you took them out.
Yeah, well, that didn't
And
matter because I looked like a linebacker, and my weather network is blinking red.
really,
Alert in effect.
why is your.
Frost may damage some crops in frost-prone areas. Clear skies and light winds will give favorable conditions for the formation of frost tonight, especially in low-lying areas.
Okay, you're having frost.
Yeah,
I'm having tropical weather.
yeah. Only these two can talk about stitches in a stream and still find people to listen.
Yeah, it's
Yay!
77 degrees, completely covered in clouds and mostly raining. So yeah,
And
that's really nice
and
actually.
Nerdy says take the shoulder pads and use them elsewhere. Usually it is as padding for something. Unless you
I
didn't burn the suckers because you got so pissed off that they were putting everything and you weren't given a choice if you wanted the damn things or not.
Yeah, I wear them when I want to look nice, only because they don't make clothes to fit not wearing them
Yeah.
properly. They just seriously, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. You could put this
Yeah.
shirt on with or without a bra, it's fine. Nobody really cares, but it's not gonna hang
Hang
right. It's
right.
the
Yeah.
seams aren't gonna be in the right place. It's gonna look funny.
Yep.
So yeah, I gotta get them up here where the clothing demands that they be
Yep.
as much as possible.
I know. I know. There's
See,
quite a
that's
few.
why they come to watch. They don't care if it's talking about weather or stitching. They know eventually we're gonna mention boobs at
Yeah.
some point during every conversation. We're gonna talk about boobs. So, oh, Mark, thank you. I always look nice. She hasn't seen my cow video. You want to see what I look like? Like, no makeup. Didn't even comb my hair. Go look. I bought a cow video. That is all natural.
I don't know if I even combed my hair today.
I don't. I just have to get mine wet and kind of go like that,
That
spray it a little
five.
bit so the back part stands up. It's too long right now. I need to cut it again. But
It depends on how I sleep on whether my hair, if I'm laying on my side or not. If I'm laying on my back, my hair gets like not. But if I lay on my side most of the night, it doesn't.
okay, I'm gonna start calling these guys my groupies.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's a term of endearment, just so you know.
Yeah.
They're so complimentary and so flattering and so sweet. Oh, Nerdy, you look terrible without makeup too. I
Oh.
I used to be one of those girls who just absolutely would not be seen without war paint.
Makeup. Yeah.
My first husband, I don't think he ever saw me we were married 5 years, and other than the few times I, had to go wash off the blood from my face, I don't think he ever saw me without makeup. So
Yeah.
the second one, I became quite lax after I found out he wasn't really interested in me anyway.
Yeah.
And now, because I worked in the beauty biz, I had to put it on every day. You can't go to work looking scrubby or they don't think you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, most of the time I don't care. But on stage or on camera, I'm a little bit obsessive about that.
Um, mom, mom would not so much makeup in general, but lipstick. If she left the
Yeah.
house without lipstick on, it was a terrible, terrible tragedy, and
Sounds like
it
my
was
mom.
horrible. And oh my God, how did she ever do that? What the hell's going on? And me, I'm kind of the same way. I left my house without my. It's for me. It's my belt or my bracelets.
Yeah.
Because when I'm not working with yarn, I have like bracelets about that thick on this arm.
Okay.
Like there's a pretty much a huge line of bracelets that I wear, and but I find that I tend to drag them across yarn and stuff, and it gets hitchy, and then it's like and then it's a pain in the arse.
Don't be itchy.
Yeah,
Someone
hitchy.
sent me
Uh,
a message. No, they
I
didn't.
just got a beepers.
It's floof.
No, it's not Floof. Floof is muted. I have everything muted except for our group.
Yeah,
That's the
me
only one
too,
I
pretty
don't have.
much.
No, yeah, I have everything except for our one group muted. Because if I didn't, my phone would be
Oh,
off the
not
hook.
long.
Well,
Yeah,
I have
I
it
had to learn
automatically go
that.
on Do Not Disturb at a
Oh,
certain time, so it blocks off all. It goes on to Do Not Disturb, and then it's only contacts only.
yeah,
So it doesn't get to like it doesn't do that with Twitter, and um, it's only starred contacts like my favorite contacts. So and then same thing with my app that I have. Um, it's muted. I don't automatically muted, but I disable notifications on it a lot when I'm doing stuff so that I don't get.
yeah.
Because sometimes I'll have it in a streaming. You'll hear this, and then I'll excuse me, and then I'll curse and
Yeah, I
turn it
try to
off.
remember to turn mine down when I'm
1, 2,
streaming
3,
at
4,
least,
5,
but I
6.
I can't turn it all the way off or silent because I'm always afraid my dad will call and
Yeah, well, that's
I
why I
don't
have mine
miss
set
time,
up to do not disturb.
Yeah.
So when it's set up to do not disturb with priority only, you put your dad on as a important contact,
Yeah,
and
dad in the school.
yeah, like I just put phone calls on as a important contact, but like for me, it's anybody that's in my favorite list for my contacts.
Yeah.
So it's basically my mom and just a few people. And then my phone doesn't ring all night because I've got a lot of friends in Calgary and they forget that the time zone is 3.5 hours difference.
Yeah.
And
I do that sometimes.
midnight for them, yeah, I'm awake at midnight. I'm awake every midnight. But midnight for them is 3:30 in the flipping morning for me.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, nerdy. You're such a nut. I had
Nerdy's
a
in
mobile
that.
phone once. I'm a nutty little rodent. I
That's
call him Nutty Rodent.
That's just all about.
Say what?
Josiah's
Uh,
on about something.
Josiah. Yeah, no, I don't rank over Josiah. Not even close. I, I, I'm well established to the priority list.
Yeah. And,
Oh my gosh. Well, I was hoping Miss Faye or somebody would come in and visit with us, but I guess we're
yeah.
just
Nobody
so
loves us.
entertaining.
Everybody hates us. I'm gonna eat some worms.
Long, skinny, slimy worms, short, fat, juicy worms, itsy bitsy,
Actually,
fuzzy, wuzzy worms.
I save worms from the sidewalk.
You save worms from the sidewalk?
Yeah,
Okay. That's
yeah,
admirable. That's admirable. Put them back in the dirt, and they'll be bird food another day.
yeah.
I'm sure the birds appreciate that as well as the worms.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Because they might get squished and all that kind of stuff, and that's just not good.
That's cool.
Uh, it's like, and then there's if the worms are getting squished on the sidewalk, they're not getting on the fishing lines.
There's that.
I am a newfie. We do fish around here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you feel about impaling one on a fishing hook?
Um,
But then I thought, no, man, I don't want to hurt her feelings. Good, I'm glad you fished too. That's good.
yeah. Well, I used to. I don't so much anymore, but I'm not against it. So, um,
Bakery, Robert.
what?
Okay, there's a whole thing going over here. Nerdy had a mobile phone once after he'd added himself to contacts. He got stuck on who else to add. Robert says, I added myself twice. Nerdy says, I even called once. It was engaged. Why am I reading this to you? You can read.
Because I'm looking at
And they know what they said. What am I doing here? Jeez Louise.
because I was looking at something else, so it's all right. But
Uh,
that's even funnier
Robert says in
because
the bakery,
uh,
they forced me to delete them because I kept calling them in the middle of the night. I do have myself in my contacts list, but only my email
yeah.
for sending them pictures and stuff.
Oh, apparently that thing's gone now. The person
What
that we
thing?
were worried about earlier, apparently it's all gone. I don't know.
Hi, what are you talking about?
The earlier the thing that we saw somebody earlier was missing.
Oh, that's all worked out?
Apparently, I don't know. The tweet's gone.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Curiouser and curiouser.
yeah.
I don't want to speak about that because I don't know what's going on and I don't want to say something wrong. So I'm going to leave that alone on the live stream. Yeah. But thank you for making me look, at
Yeah,
least.
yeah, no, like, yeah,
Okay. So we've been going about 45 minutes. We got about 15 more minutes. I was going to hang for about an hour. I don't want to monopolize your entire day. I just
oh, that's okay.
needed the distraction so I don't sit and eat and chain smoke when I don't have anything to do.
Yay. Okay, so now a bakery forced me to delete them just because I kept calling them in the middle of the night.
Iced donuts are good. What kind of iced donuts? I like chocolate on my donuts.
6 iced donuts. Oh, yeah. Well,
I
I
used
like I like chocolate glazed or double. Was it double chocolate?
inside and out.
Yeah, everything's chocolate, chocolate,
Yeah.
chocolate, chocolate.
I used to get these
Actually,
things and they're like, I guess we call them long johns. They're like an elongated donut
mm-hmm.
and it would
Full of
have
cream.
chocolate, yeah, chocolate on icing on top and uh chocolate icing or the chocolate cream in the middle. Most of them you get now have the white, the Bavarian
Yeah.
cream or whatever in the middle,
Yeah.
but this one had chocolate cream in the middle. Oh,
Yeah.
that and a Coca-Cola was my breakfast like every day for almost a year. And that was the year I lost weight. So maybe I should go back on the Coca-Cola and donut diet. I don't know. No, that
I
was the year I was single and poor and
I
feeding feeding the
have
kids.
have you ever had Reese's peanut butter donuts?
No.
We had them here for a while at Tim Hortons,
Tell me
and it was
more.
a it was a just like a regular donut, but it was filled with a peanut butter chocolatey cream
Oh,
and Reese's Pieces on top.
oh my.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Are you a peanut butter fiend too?
Yeah. I needed a snack before we come on.
Yes. Peanut butter. Are you a smooth or a chunky girl?
A smooth mostly.
I like both.
Yeah.
Smooth
I,
for uh, smooth for peanut butter and jelly, chunky for everything else.
yeah, I
That's
like
how I
this.
feel about it.
I we have the big bottles upstairs and I don't
Yeah,
have any count cupboard room for a big bottle down here, so I just refill mine.
yeah.
So, yeah, I had a spoonful of peanut butter before we started. That's why my tongue was stuck.
Now we're stuck on donuts. I go down to the Sonic down here and get the uh, peanut butter and hot fudge milkshake. And
Uh, you'll
oh, honey, that's so good.
you'll have to ask them when they're getting the Reese's peanut butter donuts.
The
Reese's
donuts.
donuts.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, I have it. We actually do have a donut shop in town, which is unusual. We don't have much else, but we do have a donut place.
Of course.
I have to go see
Mm.
about some peanut butter donuts.
Yeah, Reese's peanut butter. Or Reese's Pieces donuts.
Yeah,
It's yummy. Whatever the frick it was yummy.
we have Reese's Pieces cookies.
Yeah, those are yummy too.
Those are good.
I'm happy when my landlady makes peanut butter um, cookies with chocolate chips.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Halloween comes around, I'm the first one in the bag going, "Hey, where's all the Reese's? I want Can Granny have this one? Can I have this one?"
Robert says he had elephant testicles for dinner once, but the elephant kept walking away.
Yeah, people do eat testicles around here.
Yeah,
Bull
prairie oyster.
testicles or whatever.
Yeah,
I've never
they're
tried.
they're called prairie oysters
Mountain
in
oysters.
Alberta.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They call them mountain oysters around here.
yeah, yeah.
No.
They call them prairie oysters
Balls are
in
weird little things anyway. They're so creepy crawly. Like, I don't know. Like they have
yeah.
a mind of their own. I don't know. Look at me. I'm doing the hand thing here.
Ding ling 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 ding
Old
ling
habits
ling
die
ling ling
hard,
ling ling
right?
ling ling.
No, the one thing better than a comedy show for me is a male strip show. I will laugh until I wet myself just about every time because it's just the most fun to watch those guys so serious about being sexy and they're dancing and they're like little little little.
Uh, Dave, I'm not sure what you're talking about. A Switch? You mean a Nintendo Switch?
Doing the mouth thing. Nope, not a
Dave,
teabagger.
if you mean a Nintendo Switch critical, no, I do not. I don't really do video games much. I do I do the PC games mostly, so I don't own a video game console. If I did, it would be a Nintendo 64 or
There
something so I could play Mario Kart.
you go.
Yeah.
I wish I could get my hands on a real working old-fashioned Atari console and the games. I would sit and play with that for hours
Yeah.
because they were so plain and so simple. We didn't know any better at the time, but now it's like, oh, I like
Now
the
it's just
easy ones.
nostalgia. Yeah.
Everything is so
Pac-Man.
complicated, and the controller's got like 18 freaking buttons on it. I can't remember it. I want a joystick and one button. That's all I need, you know. Oh, there she
Yeah.
goes with her hands again. Stop that.
Did you hear that, guy?
We've
She's
gone
playing
from
with the
balls to
joysticks.
joysticks.
She's playing with the joysticks.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
have a little sip on that. There is
Yeah,
too much
Mario
going
and
on.
Mario Kart's the only thing I play on them. But yeah, I don't have a console. I have a Nintendo DS is all I have. So, and you wanted to go, Angie?
I don't
It's
know.
been an hour.
Oh, almost.
Almost been
If
an
you need to
hour.
go, you can go.
Well, 4:30 between 4:30 and 5 is usually when I get called for supper, so.
I know.
Yeah.
I'll not keep you, my dear,
Yeah.
at all.
I just find it's easier just to go up when supper's happening.
I'll sit here and talk to myself and my buddies in the chat for a while. Don't hurt my feelings. So I said I
Mm,
want to come in here.
Play. Yeah. Mark
They're
says penis envy.
scared. Huh? Penis envy?
You should do a
No.
game stream so we can all join. Yeah, that's what you can do. Critical, do a game stream. I've got.
That would be fun.
I'm gonna be doing my game stream on a semi-regular basis, and anybody can join in to do the chat to play to talk and chat during it. So I do not stop anybody from coming in to chat on it while I'm playing.
Yes. I don't have any video games. Well, I have a video game console, but and I do have video games for it, but I don't play any of them because I can't. It's one of those with the camera, the Connect Xbox with the Connect, and you have to use your. And I'm so like
Oh
out of
yeah,
shape. I can't do it. I'm afraid I'm gonna
my
coronary
brother.
arrest in the living room because
Well,
I'm riding the raft.
Critical, is it the Wii, the one before the Switch thing? I think the Wii. My brother or my mom had, and we played. They had the attachments to play bowling and tennis and stuff like that, and I was trying to. Uh, Apparently, Critical has a gaming console addiction.
Apparently. That's okay. My husband has a
Uh,
massive guitar collection and doesn't hardly ever play anymore, so
what's PvP?
it's a thing.
P, uh, pay.
PvP,
Yeah, what's PvP nerdy?
player
See,
versus player.
um,
I don't know.
I'm could be. You're probably right. I'm just not up on all the hip talk. Remember, I'm in
Mm,
my 40s.
I am clueless.
Remember, I'm getting old. I'm not like into the. I'm pretty happy when player versus player. Can't
That's
play
right.
player versus play. The only thing I play is Afterlife, and there's no players in that.
It's like solitaire.
Afterlife, LucasArts Afterlife. That's about all I do. It's the only thing I have anything for. I don't have any consoles or anything like that.
Yeah, the video game it is something I don't know anything about and don't have any real driven desire to learn about because
Yeah.
eh.
Yeah. I've never. I'm not a big video game player, even though I want to design a game, but When you hit your 50s, then start complaining about your age. I'm not complaining about my age. I'm complaining about the hip terms.
Yeah, at some point we all stopped being cool. I don't know where it is or when it happened to me, but I know it happened. I just don't remember the day. I don't remember.
Oh, you were playing Kirby Smash and someone called Nadine connected. That would have been funny.
Oh,
Yeah, it would have been funny. Yeah, no, I don't. I get motion sickness, so I don't play any of the games where you're moving around a lot.
I
Like
don't
where
understand.
where you're doing like the first person and you kind of all you see
Yeah,
is your gun and you got the screen moving, or you're right behind your player and you're.
yeah, I
I do
can't
all
keep up.
the player games that I do is like Age of Empires, where you're above everything building down and you see you're looking
Yeah,
down on things like a god
yeah, that's the kind of stuff I can do.
or a
But after a while,
goddess. I'm a goddess.
it, I don't know how
Yeah,
to play the. I can't follow. I've tried watching some of the other streams where they're playing those shooter games or whatever.
yeah,
I'm like, how do
yeah.
you keep from shooting the other players in the game? And how do you know it's going
Who's
so fast? What's a bad guy? What's a not bad? I can't. It's just when I was 16, y'all. I worked at the pizza parlor in my town, and we had an arcade with all the video, whatever the video games were at the time, Pac-Man and asteroids and Centipede and that kind of stuff, right? And they had one video game that was like nothing we had ever seen before. It was this new computer generated. The way they passed it off as CGI was not even a term, I don't think yet. uh, but it was kind of a
door?
first. It was like, oh gosh, what is the thing I'm thinking of? Wish I could remember what it was called. But it was like this prince, and he was on a quest to save some princess or whatever. And it
Oh,
was like watching a cartoon. So, the thing would
yeah.
flash and you would know to go there, and this would flash and you would know to go there. And everybody came to our place to play that game. It was the craziest thing I'd ever seen. They would line up to play this one game. And we're
Um,
like the only people in town that had it or something, because and I still feel to this. And when that happened, that's when I started slipping off the video games because I can't do that. I can't, but once it got past, when it got into all the little controllers with the little buttons, I was just like,
mm,
hello, there she is. I didn't even see you pop in. Faye, darling. Hi.
around which year was that approximately?
I 83,
80 something? Okay.
84,
Donkey
85, 83,
Kong.
83,
Oops. What the
84.
hell? Okay. Oh, Cubert. I miss
I
Cubert. I
miss
loved
Cubert.
Cubert. I
That was
love
my
Cubert.
favorite. Cubert and Frogger were my favorites.
Dragon's Lair.
I'm a sieve for
That's
Dragon's Lair.
it.
That's it.
That's it. That's it. That's it. That's
I'm
it. Oh my
smart.
gosh. You're
Puff
so
up, look big.
smart.
Puff up, look big. I'm
That
smart.
is
I
it,
figured it
Dragon
out.
Slayer. And it was the coolest thing we had seen, because up to that, everything was like little square pixels,
Mm-hmm.
and it was super cool. How you
Yeah.
doing, Faye?
Hey,
I'm
Faye.
good. I'm good. I'm good. I've been working around the house and I didn't see anything, so I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's all
I
right.
didn't know about it.
Progress good too. Well,
That's
you
all
can
right.
join since I'm gonna have to leave here soon anyway.
Oh.
So
I'm not going anywhere.
Angie keeps going with
Yay!
Angie continues with Faye. So
I'm not going anywhere for a while. I have nothing better to do for at least another hour, but
That's
which I
awesome.
yeah. So seriously, y'all are stuck with me, like it or not. Ha ha ha. Back in 30, yeah, I'll probably still be here.
probably.
Oh my.
It's one of them days.
Yeah.
I
Awesome.
I adulted so well yesterday. I have very little to do today, so
Yay.
I can get it all done before Grandpa gets home.
Yay. Yay to adulting. I hear I
Oh,
Yeah,
I
that's always a good thing.
I hear the mice upstairs.
lovely. Oh, that means it's
Actually, it's
almost
more
supper
like
time.
elephants.
I was gonna say, I think it's more like brainless zombies.
Yeah, that too. Uh,
Kermit plays Frogger and Miss Piggy plays Kermit. That's true. So true.
I've been
I love
remember.
Miss Piggy. She's
Oh,
evil.
I wanted to
Hello.
be Miss Piggy. Are you kidding? I was 6 going, I want to be
Oh,
her.
Yes.
Do you want to be a pig? Yes.
Yes, I want to be that diva of a diva right there. she is queen of all the divas. Miss Piggy rules.
I just loved her. Mwah!
I like when she goes, bye. She's gone.
Exactly. Exactly. She was always like fun and bold and unapologetic for being fun and bold. I don't know.
Yes. And she is shallow and selfish, and she knows it.
Uh-huh.
And that's okay. She's fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
the other Muppets would say things like, "But Piggy, what you did was like mean," and she'd be like, "And you know."
And your point?
She
Yeah.
didn't say it, but that's basically. But that's what I want, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, thank
Whatever
you,
do you
Piggy.
mean?
Thank you, Piggy, for being Piggy.
Yes.
Yay.
Piggy doesn't play Kermit. Piggy owns Kermit.
Yeah.
If you think about it, everybody owns Kermit.
Yeah,
Kermit's a
true.
people pleaser.
Well, not only that, but he's a workaholic.
Yeah.
Piggy's interested in romance and beauty and
Yeah.
connection and friends, and Kermit just, okay, what do I have to do? Oh, I have to do work. Oh, I have to make everyone happy. Oh, oh. And Piggy's like, no, just rest in my bosom.
Unless her agent calls, and then she's got to go.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my! I loved the Muppets. I
Yay,
did
Muppets.
forever.
Muppets was funny.
The other ones I liked were Animal, because Animal was just like, I don't
Yeah.
care if I screw it up. And of course, you gotta love Gonzo.
Yes, the
Yeah.
weirdo. Have y'all heard of Puppet Up?
No.
It's a adult Muppets for adults.
Oh.
Oh,
I want to say it's like a it's a theater show. It's not a TV show. It's not a movie. It's a go to the theater and actors and stuff. I don't know how else to explain that, but I can't remember where it's at. But if you Google it, Puppet Up, and some of the clips and stuff that they show is freaking hilarious. And talk about naughty.
Good.
It's fun
Good.
stuff.
See, when I was like 16 or so, and I was still waking up early to watch early morning cartoons,
Yeah.
because there was one I really, really liked, and I was waking up at an ungodly hour every morning. And my mother was just like, I'm very disturbed that you're still watching cartoons.
Door
And,
knob.
and I love things like
I love cartoons.
games and doing, but, games were just supposed to be a family affair. Pull
Yeah.
out the board game and play, not necessarily like play games all the time. And it's like, but you have crossword puzzles, and that's different.
No, it
Yeah.
ain't.
And we didn't have a computer. We didn't have, it was like pre-computer. I mean, unless you had an Atari. But it was just like, but mom, um, there's nothing wrong with it. It's my free time. No one says I have to do adult things at certain ages. And she was just like, it bothers me. It makes me feel like you're immature. And now it is so socially acceptable. But we haven't talked about it since. You know, it was just like,
Yeah.
why does this bother you? Why? You know, and I think I'd probably drive her crazy, but I'm kind of disturbed with the idea that for how many generations people weren't encouraged to enjoy games just because they reached a certain age.
Huh. I've never been very good at games. I'm a puzzle person.
Puzzles are games.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I get, I don't know, I get bored too easy. I lose focus, especially if I'm losing.
Oh,
And I am not naughty. I'll have you people in the chat know.
Yeah,
I just like
sure.
naughty things. I'm not naughty.
Yeah.
oh,
That's what they all
that's
I like
say.
just a
other things that
loaded
are naughty, but
statement.
that doesn't make me naughty.
True.
I saw Santa Claus in the chat the other night, and he said I was on the nice list. So
Oh, that's fun.
he assured me that I was not on the naughty list. So there you go.
You heard it here. Angie has been exonerated from all accusations of naughtiness by Santa himself.
That's right. And he's
Mhm.
the authority on that such things.
Well, someone's got to be, right?
Right? I'd say he's pretty good at it. I think he kind of gives everybody a pass most of the time, though.
Oh, yeah.
Santa did not show you the pics because there are no pics in the universe of this. No.
No
They,
comment.
in an alternate universe, there may be such things, but there are no such things. At least not digitized.
Oh, that's fun. That's way fun.
You know they still make Polaroid film? I didn't know they still made Polaroid film for Polaroid cameras. I thought they quit making that stuff, but they have
No,
apparently started again.
yeah, they did. No, they've never quit.
They
Mm.
they they've they've made a swankier novelty, way too
Version of it, yeah.
expensive version of the Polaroid camera.
Yeah,
Really? They
yeah.
used to already be expensive in comparison to, your little Kodak Instamatic with some 110 film in it.
I know, right?
Jeez,
Mm.
I'm old.
Well, Polaroids give you the ability not to go to the the booth to get your film
Processing. Yes.
developed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because some places would not develop certain types of photos. Some places didn't care. Some places would develop anything you put in. So yeah.
Right.
Right.
Like Polaroids were actually what I would call like early amateur porn.
Well, they were the originators of the first selfies because it was really the only way you could take a picture of yourself and see right away how it turned out. And everybody's selfies with a Polaroid looked exactly the same. You could see the arms, and everybody's head was pulled back as far as because you had to get 3 feet from the lid. So we all looked like we smelled something bad. What's that smell? Robert still has some 8 millimeter. Uh,
Really?
my dad still has his old 8 millimeter projector, but it hasn't had film in it for many, many years. I still have all the old movies, the old film, movies that we took. It's going to get them transferred to digital, but I have yet to never do that. So, yeah,
Hmm.
that's me being a bad daughter. I was supposed to have that done already, but it's not free, and I
Oh
can't do it
my.
myself. So,
Well, the new Polaroids, if anyone's curious. Just look up Fuji film, one word,
Uh,
and they come in fashion colors.
leave it to Fuji. Fashion colors. Oh yeah, okay. I had one that
Fashion
was white
colors.
and blue and red stripes on it.
So it was a racing one.
A
That
racing
was
one?
probably a fashion color back in the 80s, you know.
Yeah. Well,
Go Speed Racer.
stripes on stuff makes it go faster.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. For sure. When y'all were kids and you got new shoes, did you test them to see if they made you run faster?
Well, of course. Who
Okay.
doesn't?
I just want to make sure I wasn't the only one.
I used
Okay.
to bounce in new shoes. I didn't run in them. I used to bounce.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's the wonderful thing about Tigers is wonderful things.
I was like,
Do y'all
Helps
remember
us
if
Saddle
if they
Oxfords?
were
learn.
extra bouncy, I was like, yeah, I can get a week or two more out of these.
Do you remember Saddle Oxfords? Saddle shoes.
Oh
The little
yes.
black and white ones.
And they gave me massive blisters.
Blisters.
Oh, I remember them fondly. They were the cutest things ever, and they wrecked your feet.
Yes, they were the worst, most uncomfortable things, but you had to have a pair.
Oh,
Like
those
but
black knobby shoes with the straps across the top.
no, though they're white shoes with like the little black saddle thing over where the laces go.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
Oh, okay.
super cute.
Saddle Oxfords.
Super, super cute.
Super cute.
And hard leather. And they rubbed your feet in all the wrong ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember those fondly.
Doorknob says extra bouncy. Faye is trying to make me melt.
Like cheese, cheese, cheese.
Oh, it
Black
was
with blood splatters,
great.
please.
Yep, it was definitely. I had the worst blisters, and I had saved up. I was working my paper route, babysitting, and I bought myself a pair of those shoes because I thought they were super great. Because they had two colors on them, and they were leather. And yeah, that was such a bad idea. Such a bad idea.
Steve Martin had a comedy routine that he did called the Cruel Shoes.
Yeah,
Every time I hear it, I think of Saddle Oxfords. I know that's not what he describes, but
but it is.
but it is.
It but it really, really is. You know, every time I see someone who's cosplaying a Bobby Soxer, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? I
yeah,
think I know what your feet are gonna look like tomorrow.
exactly. I suppose you could probably still buy them too, since it's the internet and you can really buy anything anymore. I've never looked for them. I would never do that to my children.
My mother
And I
kept
don't
saying,
blame my mother because she was like, get these or get. I was like, no, I need Saddle Oxfords. Everybody's got Saddle Oxfords.
yep, my
I
mother
need
was
these
like,
shoes.
you don't really want those. And I'm going, yes, I do. She goes, no, but if you're not going to listen to your mother, you are going to pay
Yes.
the price. And I was just like, you are an over dramatic thing. I'll just wear two pairs of socks. Well, two pairs of socks. Bullshit. Should have just listened to mom, but no, sacrificed my feet for fashion. Yeah,
Hmm.
why not?
My feet were always sacrificed just for wearing shoes, so I wouldn't sacrifice them for fashion. I sorry, I was reading.
Yes.
That's my reading pace. uh, so yeah, yeah, I never did the whole shoes for fashion things because my feet were so messed up as it was. I didn't
Yeah.
need to add shoes to the mix.
Well, we were really poor. So a lot of my clothes were like really bad. and I had a lot of boy clothes because of, I got hand-me-downs from my cousins.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I always was trying so hard to be like, I'm part of the girl club. I got my babysitting jobs and things like that so I could buy mini skirts for
Yeah.
myself
Ah.
and flouncy skirts and discovered the thrift shop and I'm like,
Ooh,
ooh,
ah.
I've got a silk blouse and I bought it for $1. It was
Oh,
just one of
I
those
love that.
things.
I loved getting the silk blouses from the thrift store.
I
I know
Oh
love
I
my
bargain
don't
gosh, I
do
wore
shopping.
that
so much.
anymore.
I wore so much silk when I was younger,
I
and
know.
rayon, and it was all from the not the dollar store, the thrift store.
Oh,
So
and when you
wonderful.
got the taffeta like skirts that when you walked, just
No,
that
no, no.
Swish,
shiver,
swish.
I
shiver,
never did the
shiver,
girly.
shiver.
I never did the girly thing. I did the comfortable thing, and finding a comfortable shirt that fit. Awesome.
See, I found skirts more comfortable than pants.
Yeah.
I
I
thought
did
pants were
both, so
sexier because they hugged your curves better and blah blah blah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when I was wearing skirts, that was battle mode.
Yeah.
Usually meant I was going to get in a fight at school. You wear the shorts under the skirt, and you go ready to kick some ass.
yeah.
Because, teachers are just like, oh, well, you plan to be. I was like, I'm in a skirt? Like, ew. It was just like, oh, well, yeah, you didn't come for a rumble. No, I didn't. Now
No,
the
it's
kid's
not
looking
that at
at me like,
all.
bitch. And I'm going, yep.
Right. I like
Like,
to do
don't.
both. I would go one day in my mini skirt and my frilly socks, and the next day I would be in my jeans and my Ozzy Osbourne t-shirt. Never had a specific style. I'm a girly girl, but not all about fashion, I guess.
I had
It was,
I had some purple flannels that I loved,
yeah. My
and
mom
I also
always
had a
wanted me to
chamois shirt that I loved.
Mom always wanted me to dress preppy, and she would buy me preppy clothes, and I was not a preppy. I was far from the preppy crowd as I could possibly be, and she wanted me to be in that crowd so bad that she would dress me that way until I got a job and started buying my own clothes. But yeah, when I finally got to have my own style, I could do whatever I wanted as long as I was paying for it. So
Oh yeah, same. And I used to sit there and back in the 80s, Banana Republic was cool.
yeah,
And I wanted it so bad and I never got any because when it came to saving money and blah blah blah, it was like I can buy one shirt after 6 months of saving.
yeah, yeah.
I could get a whole wardrobe for that at the thrift store. Screw
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Doorknob says, I like to hug curves.
We know. Somewhere I've heard that before.
Maybe.
There's never any questioning doorknob's motives.
He likes
I'm playing.
girls.
I'm teasing.
It's
Doorknob is
all
a
good.
super dude. He just pretends to be obnoxious because he knows we like it. Are we frozen?
No,
Oh, it
No.
just got
I'm
real quiet.
No,
I'm
we're
I'm used.
listening.
I'm
I'm
used.
reading again.
I'm not used to that.
I was
Yeah.
ready. I thought you were riffing, so I was like, yeah, I'm enjoying this.
Oh my goodness. Well, we got about 10 minutes, and
Yeah.
it'll be an hour and a half. Nobody's going to watch this if it's much longer than that. So we'll go 10 minutes and say goodbye because I know y'all got other stuff to do too.
Mhm.
I was so bored. And I didn't have any granny questions for today. And I was like,
Yeah.
I don't feel like doing all that. So
Yeah. That's all right.
just talk about stuff.
Mm, We
Yeah.
we sure talked about stuff.
That's right. And we're getting really good at it.
Yeah. Yep. We're good at talking about stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I should, did you like my chicken lips picture?
I did actually. I
369.
thought that was lots of fun.
That's one of my favorite
Mm.
pictures. I use that one. There's a
Mm,
song, Mama's Soup Surprise.
yeah.
Uh, Mama can't get me to eat my food or whatever, and it's what's in this soup that's so good, and it's chicken lips and lizard hips and alligator eyes. uh,
That's all kinds of funny.
Robot chicken lips.
I enjoy things like that. I think chickens are hysterical, even though I'm also terrified of them. So
Yeah, me too. I don't want to touch one, but I think they're fun to watch.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
My oldest daughter was afraid of deer. She still is, technically, I think, but she's
What?
like over the really bad phobia of it. We were coming home one night, and I had a big old Ford, full size Ford van, one of the big suckers that you could fold the thing down in the back and make a bed, and it was like big
Oh,
old party
cool.
van.
Uh huh.
And coming home one night, and we hit a deer,
Oh.
and we didn't wreck. It scared the crap out of me, scared the crap out of her. The little sister was in the back, not really paying attention to what was going on. Uh, Amanda was sitting up front, and she's like screaming, like someone is ripping her limbs from her body, screaming.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
and I was like, calm down, it's okay, we're all right. I mean, we didn't even stop. It didn't even knock me
Yeah.
off the road or anything. I just kept on going home. And so we get home, and she will not get out of the van. She refuses to get out of the van because she thinks the deer is hung underneath the van and is going to come out and get her.
Oh.
And from that day forward, that little girl was terrified of deer. A picture
Oh
would
wow.
send her into spasms. You know,
Oh
she
wow.
had a bad fear of deer, and it was just because we ran over one night. You know,
Oh wow.
and man, it tore up that van. Crunched
Wow.
up the radiator and smashed it because we hit it. It was coming out this way, and I hit it like this, and its rear end swung around and slammed into the driver's side door. I smashed the door, and I couldn't get out the driver's side at all.
Yeah.
And oh, I was mad. I was so mad.
Oh wow.
Stupid deer.
Yeah, I know.
Did it die or do it do one of those things where it goes back to its family and says, "Oh, I got a bruise"?
I
Yeah.
don't know, but I do know that my extremely odd second husband decided to go back and look for it. I'm not exactly sure what he was going to do if he found it. I'm really glad he didn't find it because I'm not too certain he wouldn't have brought it home and wanted to like make
Eat
it
it?
food or something. He was a
Uh-huh.
weird dude. So yeah, no, he didn't find it. I told him where I hid it. I knew right. I was like, it's in the curb right before the beauty shop there. I was like, you
Angie,
know,
I hate to tell you, but around here, if someone hits a deer and it actually goes down, the locals go up and divide it up and take it home and cook it.
I understand. I know people who do eat roadkill. I don't judge them for it. If that's your thing, go ahead. But not me. You know, okay, I'm not because
Yeah.
it's because what if you've ruptured their like large intestine or something and all that yuck that you're so careful to process carefully gets on them. I don't know. It just doesn't seem
Yeah.
sanitarily processed to me.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a reason why when you actually hunt for an animal and you butcher it a certain way so that the meat isn't bad.
Yeah, and you do certain things like right there after you kill them before you
Yeah.
take it to be processed so that it doesn't get contaminated with
Yeah.
fecal matter and stuff.
Yeah.
I've not ever hunted deer, but I know people who do, and I know this is a thing, you know.
Yeah.
So I could not eat roadkill, but I do. I know people who will go and pick up a dead possum, a dead coon, I did whatever on the side of the road, and put it in the
Yeah.
freezer, skin it, process it, and put it in the freezer, and
Yeah.
lived to ripe old ages. So I don't know. It's just me.
Mhm.
Bambi sandwiches. Bambi sandwiches are really good, actually. I do like venison. I am not a
Mm.
vegetarian. I don't judge people who are, but I cannot live without meat.
Meat.
Period. It's not.
Mm.
I would.
Yummy.
Yeah, I can't live
Yum
without
meat.
meat. I
Yum
had
meat.
alligator. I've eaten deer. I've eaten buffalo. Frog legs. Any kind
Mm.
of sea creature I've tried at least
Whatever.
once.
I grew
Just about.
I grew up vegetarian
Did you?
until I was like 25.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I could not. I just don't see me ever, because I have full
Mm.
blown cravings for red meat. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like my body says, you need some iron today. You need some beef. You know,
Yeah.
you need a nice rare steak, honey, with some A1 and a big old onion.
See, when I get that way, I
Well,
need spinach.
You do what?
uh,
I need spinach. I have
hello?
like cravings for
Okay,
spinach.
sounds good.
Oh, I love
Okay,
spinach.
bye.
We have spinach all the time.
Uh-huh.
The kids like it too. Thank goodness.
Okay. Love you guys.
I have to cream it a little bit.
Oh,
You
you
gotta
gotta
go.
go?
Yep.
It's supper time.
It's supper
Ding, ding,
time.
ding, 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 ding.
Good
Ooh.
luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Enjoy.
I'm gonna need it.
Bring
Yeah,
your
best of
boxing
luck, my
gloves.
dear.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's hope it's
Talk to you
peaceful.
later.
Bye, sweetie. Love
Okay.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
I hope her meal is peaceful.
Oh my god. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
I just hate that she's stuck in that situation. She doesn't have much of an option, really.
No, she doesn't have much of an option, but she also, like, the one person there who's not really the problem
Yeah,
is the one that
exactly.
she's got a good relationship with.
Yeah.
So it's like, you really don't want to give up your friend, but at the same time, you
I
want
do
to
also
go.
think I think she's dealing with it pretty well. Actually, she lets it frustrate her when it does, and like gets it out, and she knows that it's temporary. So
It
uh,
better be.
yeah, for real. I
No,
think
because
she's handling it
if
well.
she's still handling this in like 2 or 3 years, I'm going to start saying things like, I think you
Oh
should move.
no, no, two a month or so would be too long. you know,
It's
much
already been a
longer.
month or so.
It's supposed to be over soon, I believe. So we'll see. Poor thing. I love her, and she's so sweet. She's like does not deserve this kind of bullshit in her life. So
Nobody
we're not going to
does.
talk about you while you're not here anymore, Nadine. I'm sorry.
Mm. Oh, hi, Bub. No, but one of the
Bob,
things that I think is important is that uh, Nadine, what's the word? Oh,
Nadine
come
rocks.
on.
Nadine,
Words. Where did they go?
I don't know if I knew what the words you were looking for. I was going to say Nadine rocks.
Yeah. Um, I think the frame of line is if it goes on too long, I hope she gets out. Because I've lived in a hostile
Yeah,
environment because of roommates or whatever, and it's never pleasant, and it takes a toll. That she doesn't deserve it. So
yeah, yeah, at all. Well, it's been an hour and a half. I believe I have talked y'all's ears off long enough.
well,
So thank you
thank you
for.
for having me. I'm sorry I didn't join earlier. I just didn't know.
That's okay. There's just no way to like yell at you on Twitter, like, "Hey, I'm trying to get your attention."
Well,
I
I
just don't
can
know how to do
fix
that.
that. I can fix that.
So yeah, I appreciate everybody coming to watch,
Uh huh.
and to Nadine and Faye for hanging out with me and curing my boredom on this Wednesday hump day afternoon.
Because
Stay,
you know what?
please.
I think this
10
was a good
minutes.
idea.
10 more minutes, Mom.
Are you gonna be like, what do you call it? Busy all night?
No, not
Children?
really. I mean, I get, they get home about 4 o'clock here my time, and I deal with them until about 7:30 ish. Then I try to get them in bed by about 7:30. So, a lot of times I can pop in and out though if it's something important going on. Um, I might could even convince the husband to bring home some takeout today, so I don't have to cook dinner, which would be awesome because he was supposed to do it yesterday and didn't.
That would be awesome. Takeout would be awesome.
Yeah, so babe, bring a
Takeout would
pizza.
be great.
Why? What you got going on? What you need me for?
Oh, takeout would be wonderful. You know, have food delivered. I miss that.
I don't get it delivered. I have to go get it.
Oh,
We don't have a deliver. The pizza place will deliver, but they charge extra for it. So I don't. I just go get it. It's
yeah.
3 miles to town, so it's not that far. Or I'll call honey and say, on your way home, get this and bring it. You know, if
That
I
would
catch
be
him
good.
before he leaves the office.
What are you thinking, pizza or Chinese?
Oh, I wish I could get Chinese food. Oh, that would be so awesome. There's no Chinese food here.
Are you kidding?
Oh, I'm not kidding. The closest Chinese, well, there's a Sakura like sushi place in the next town over, the closest one, and then there's a like a buffet over there, but the food is horrible. Like,
Ah,
check the dumpsters for creatures because, yeah, you don't want to eat that. And the other one's way over in Huntsville, which is like 40 miles from here. So I don't get Chinese food unless I go to the grocery store and make it myself. So it'd probably be pizza. Or the local barbecue place has the best loaded baked potatoes ever with barbecue beef on top too, and they're as big as your dang head. We can get one of them will feed me and both the girls. You know, they're just these
wow.
massive baked potatoes full of meat and sour cream and butter and chives and bacon bits and cheese and every dang thing. So,
Now you
so
make me wanna make baked potatoes for tonight.
I do like baked potatoes. I am addicted to potatoes. I admit that.
Are you?
I am. Potatoes are my favorite form of starch.
Oh, I hear you on that. In
I
fact,
could,
I had a year where I couldn't eat potatoes, or at least I didn't think I could eat potatoes anymore, and I cried because it was like, but I'm Irish.
yeah,
Genetically, I'm connected to, it's which is total bullshit,
yeah,
but in my mind that it's part of my identity.
exactly. And it's one
You
of the
know,
few
a
things I know
meat
how
and
to cook a
potatoes
thousand different
girl.
ways.
Yeah.
There's 1,000 different things you can do with potatoes, and they're all yummy.
Oh, I gave you a potato recipe.
Yes, you did, and it was wonderful, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. And the kids
Yeah.
ate it. That's the big thing. If the kids eat it, oh, you know it's good, right?
Yeah, and but it what I like about that particular thing is it's not complicated. I don't
Right?
like complicated recipes.
I don't either.
I like the ones where it's like one or two ingredients and you're done.
Yep. Put it all together and cook it, and you eat it. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm all about one skillet meals and casseroles and things like that. When it was just me and the husband for a while, I tried a little more exotic and more interesting cooking because I wasn't dealing with young people who only wanted macaroni and cheese or French fries, you know.
Well,
and
we never ate that way, but I can tell you this: when I was a kid, when I was offered lamb, mind you, I was eating. I only was interested in the vegetables, and I was like, I tried a little bit of it, and I was like, no, no, I want vegetables. I would peel like carrots and potatoes and eat them raw. was just like, no, green beans from out in the garden. I'd pick them all and shove them in my mouth. Tomatoes were
Hmm.
like crack cocaine,
Yeah.
especially uh little
The
tomatoes.
grape tomatoes.
Oh, they were
Yes.
like
Those are my
candy.
favorite.
They were like
Yes.
candy. You offer me chocolate as a kid compared to a tomato, I would always pick the tomato.
Bub says, I like my recipes the way I like my women, quick, easy, and delicious. Well, now we know.
You need to put that on a t-shirt
Right?
for your merch store. You need a whole bunch of the way I like my women comments because apparently you're very good at them.
I don't. I tried lamb once when I was in junior high. I don't know if it was because of where I got it, it was gross, or just because it was lamb, it was gross, but it was
It's
gross, and I
just
have not
gross.
touched it since.
It's just gross. It's just awful. And I don't care if it's baby lamb or a baby creature or an adult creature. We don't let things like roam. You know,
Yeah,
we don't let things roam. Basically, an adult is a baby that's been kept in captivity until it's big enough.
yeah.
So I don't really see the difference there. A miserable creature versus a brand new one. You would think the baby ones would at least taste like hope, but no, they don't.
No, they don't. It tastes like hope.
No, they don't. They don't taste like hope. They just taste like
Oh my gosh.
unstructured muscle.
No, Bub, you're safe here. You're safe here. It's okay. We know better.
No, no, you wouldn't look sexist as hell. It's fun. Just like I like my men, like I like my coffee, frozen and ground up and kept in the freezer.
I'm only easily triggered by things done to children
Yeah, I
for the
get
most
it.
part. I
I
mean,
get it.
I have my feminine sensitivities about certain things and certain subjects, but
Oh, then I
if you can't.
apologize for the meme yesterday with the monster baby.
Oh no, that was funny. There was nothing wrong with that. That was so true. Cause like my granddaughter is the cutest thing ever, but her first picture there in the hospital, it's like, oh, isn't she cute? You know. But newborn babies are funny looking. I have no doubt about that. I've seen lots of them, but
I've
they are funny looking, all of them.
I have to get to a drugstore and print out some pictures of my cat
Yeah,
because when people show me pictures of their kids, I want to turn around and go, "Oh, look, here's
you
my
do.
baby."
You do. You absolutely do. I know people who do that. I have been shown pictures of people's pets in lieu of children before. It's a thing. You should totally do it because you are a parent. You're just a pet parent.
Exactly. It is just, I have friends who go, "Oh, you need to come over. I'll show you pictures of my grandchildren." And I'm going, I need a picture of my cat in the litter box.
Oh, well, now that's isn't that an invasion of your cat's privacy?
No.
Are you sure?
She's never naked. She's always wearing her clothes.
I don't know.
Oh, well,
Poop is funny, so yeah.
critical. It's just that I don't enjoy tasting lamb. If you do, then that's for you.
Dead
And
baby jokes.
I don't know if you think it tastes like hope or not. So, yeah, I do know those baby jokes loaded into trucks with pitch. I had dead baby joke books when I was a kid.
Yep, dead baby jokes and grosser than gross jokes.
And Garbage Patch Kid jokes,
Yep.
which was just basically Cabbage Patch Kids, but the grosser side, which I appreciated that. No, Angie, not dead babies, just babies.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, but then they wiggle. They're hard to move.
Yeah.
Dead babies are much easier to load than live ones.
Yeah, she objects to children being exploited. Babies are
Yes.
fine.
Oh my gosh, no, I got a way better sense of humor than that. So yeah. Yeah,
I'm
grosser than
grosser
the
than
what's
gross.
gross? What's
That was
gross when
good.
when a girl throws her panties against the wall and they stick? What's grosser than gross? When they slide down the wall, leave a green
What's
trail.
grosser
What's
than gross
grosser
than
than
gross
gross? What?
is when they leave a blood stain.
Yeah, you know what's grosser than that? When
What?
they crawl back up the wall.
Oh, I love that.
What's gross?
That's so good.
When a cheerleader does the splits and sticks to the floor. What's grosser than gross? When she stands up and all her class rings fall out.
I love that.
No offense to cheerleaders. Well, maybe a little because they wouldn't let me on the team because I was fat.
What's what's grosser than gross? Biting into a pickle and finding a vein?
Finding half a vein.
Oh, I just remembered one. What's grosser than gross? Uh, a cheerleader doing a split and sticking to the floor.
I just said that
Yeah,
like
that's how I
3
remembered it, I guess. Because you just put that image in my head and I'm like, no, no. Oh,
Stay with me, Faye.
you you put that image into my head now and I'm like,
Oh my god.
how how oh, you're killing me. Oh no, 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 no,
Oh my
no.
goodness.
You didn't do a Michael Jackson one, did you?
A what?
A Michael Jackson one, did you? Or did I just remember that for real?
No.
Oh, it's grosser than gross. No, no. What do Michael Jackson and Santa Claus have in common? They like to visit children until their sacks are empty.
Oh god. That's all.
Did I say that right? Yeah.
No. No. MJ didn't do it. He's innocent.
He's innocent.
He's innocent. He
Oh.
is a child himself. He was just a child. He was a mess. I don't believe he hurt anybody. I don't really think he had it in him to hurt anybody. So, I don't know. I don't want to talk about that. I'll get all deep into that shit because I love me
Yeah,
some
I'm sitting there
MJ.
going, oh, Angie's gonna go viral real fast with the Michael Jackson people showing up.
I love Michael Jackson. He was wonderful. His music was fantastic and his messages were good. And I just, I think sometimes people have troubles because of their fame and because of their money, and that other humans are horrible and will sacrifice their children for money. They just will. They'll say, my kid was hurt in this way, and they will tell their kid to say things. So I don't, I just don't. I think they were after his money, and that was it. They didn't get, he finally said, I'm not paying anybody else anymore for this crap because I didn't fucking do it. You know?
Yeah. What do you call a cow with no legs?
Ground beef. I had to think about it for a
Yes!
minute. I had to think about it for a second.
Yes! Ground beef! You're good. You are
What about a cow
good.
with 2 legs?
What?
Lean beef.
What's the difference between an oral and rectal thermometer?
Well, I know The act, I don't know. Tell me.
Flavor.
Oh, God. Flavor. That's a one spicy
Flavor.
meatball.
Oh my goodness. Well, this is one good way to wrap up your stream.
Yeah,
The
disgusting
fact that
jokes.
I had an airhead moment.
That's okay. I had
Uh,
one at the beginning of the show, so
did
we're
you?
even. I did.
Oh my god, what did you do? I will go back and watch it, but I
One
need
of
to know.
those things said in the chat, and I misunderstood it. It was, yeah, one of those kind of things. Like, what the hell? I don't know what I'm talking about. I rarely know what I'm talking about. So,
Oh,
oh, doorknob, really? And there it is. That quick wit that we know and love so much. Cow without front legs, ass in the air, can't get away, and ready for a party.
oh, that's funny. That is funny.
Bucky's cow is not amused.
Hey Angie, when is
What?
laughter not a good idea?
Never.
When you have diarrhea.
Well, that depends on your location, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's
Hi, Philip.
absolutely true.
How you doing, my friend? Philip is here. The, the only person on the planet allowed to call me rock and roll diva.
Really?
Well, somebody tried. I don't remember who it was. Somebody tried to get the DJ to call me that when they call me to the stage. I was like, "Don't you do that? I like my name. I don't hear it near enough, so you say my name. That's what I want to hear."
Oh,
Anyway,
it's
Philip,
all
you kind of
good.
just got here just in time for us to be done. I'm sorry, you're late.
Yeah, you gotta watch for Angie more often.
This was kind of random and unplanned, so
There's nothing wrong with random and unplanned. I know
you're.
plenty of people who are random and unplanned.
I don't
Oh,
make
that was
plans
me.
because they always get screwed up. Somebody else messes with my plans all the time, so I just don't make any if I can help it. Other than
I
like,
have to because so many people want plans, and I'm like, "Ugh," and then I get my hopes up, and a lot of the time the plans just go away.
yeah,
Can't we just do this when you have time? Can
yeah.
we
That's
just do this?
that's my issue. It's all I'm always ready. If I've got a plan, I'm gonna go stick to the plan. But it's the other people in the plan that are usually the problem. So yeah, there's that.
I've got good
Doorknob.
news.
What?
It's 65 degrees in my apartment.
Nice.
Can we stop the weather cycle now so I can stay
Yeah.
at 65 degrees? Please.
I would still be roasting if I wasn't having a tropical storm, depression, or whatever raining on me right now.
Really?
Yes, Imelda is pissing on my house.
Uh,
And she just needs to go buy some shoes and leave me alone.
yes. Oh my goodness. You're fun.
I love hurricane names because I can always find somebody or something that has that name that makes it interesting. So this is, I remember back in the, I think it was the 80s, early 90s, Imelda Marcos and her
Uh huh.
shoes, all her shoes.
I
Perky nipple
remember that.
tincture.
The Chrysler, the Chrysler Building woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doorknob, anything under about 70 degrees is perky for me. I don't do cold at all.
Hence your geographical location.
I think my geographical location is the reason I can't tolerate the cold though. Because I've
Probably.
been here since I was 3 years old. I've only ever lived in Texas, basically. I mean, I was born in Northern California where they say it's cold all the damn time. But, we got here when I was a kid, little kid. So, and plus my family, my parents are all Texas born and bred, grandparents, the whole nine yards. So it's Texas blood, I think, is
Right.
thin and adjusted for the temperatures around here. Because I can sort of tolerate winter. I wish I could go somewhere a little more south for winter because we
Well,
do actually get freezing temperatures here sometimes, and I don't like it.
I was gonna say if you went to somewhere cold, like here, and did the -19 for a few weeks, the next time it showed up, the -19,
Yeah.
you wouldn't feel it as badly.
I don't know. I've been to like Colorado skiing and New Mexico. I've been to snowy places, and it's just basically miserable the entire time.
Well, then you need some decent long johns.
I have long johns, and I wear them when it's like 50 degrees because
But
that's
are they cotton?
cold. Yeah, thermal underwear.
Right. I'm talking
Yeah.
about decent long johns. Oh, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start a GoFundMe to get Angie silk long johns because silk is the best long john.
Oh my god, I would probably smell like a goat by the end of the day.
No, but you wouldn't mind the cold so much. You'd just be like, "Woo, I feel good and it feels great against my skin." My like 10 years ago, I kind of sort of, my father was back in my life and he was like, "Hey, what can I get you?" I was like, "Buy my little sister decent thermals." What? She's like, she's in Oklahoma. Anything under 90, she's freezing. And she's got a bad back. So when she's
Yeah,
cold and she's shivering, her spine is like, "Ugh." That she has no body fat. Like the girl is just a stick. I mean, you could stir your drinks with her.
that's my
Anyway,
dad. Yeah.
so she has no body fat. She can't stand anything cold and she's got a bad back. So it's like, come on, just do it. So he got her like the merino wool ones and he got her some silk ones. She
Okay.
hasn't been cold since.
What I really need is some of those like battery operated heated socks, like the hunters wear, and
Uh,
and a lifetime supply of the little hand warmer packages that you break open a little thing and you can put them in your pocket and they keep your pockets warm.
we just need you to get some merino wool socks. Believe me, it's so much better than those because your feet won't sweat then.
Yes, yeah, I do the sweaty feet thing. It
Yeah,
does
if your
more
feet are
information than y'all need.
sweaty, if your feet are sweaty, your feet will be cold.
Exactly. That's why I hate winter because I have to bundle up and then my feet sweat and they're cold anyway. Like my feet get cold in October. We
We're
usually
gonna
have
get
our
have to
first
get you
real
to get some
cold snap.
Minnetonkas, girl.
I had I had some, but they don't have enough sole and arch support stuff in them for my
Oh,
Barbie feet.
get the extra insole, put that in, then put the wool one over it, and you'll be fine.
They'd be all squishy and cushy.
Uh huh. And you'll be like, "Whoo, walking on sunshine."
Okay, I have a question.
Sure.
Doorknob has says snog a goat. What is snog and how does it relate
Mwah.
to a goat?
Kissing a goat.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. It's out of control up there. I knew I shouldn't have said anything about sweaty feet.
They smell like Doritos.
Doritos, Fritos. Oh my goodness.
Anything corn chippy smells like feet.
Yeah. Uh yeah. I I don't do feet. I don't like feet. I don't like other people's feet. I don't like to see a man in sandals. A
It's
woman I
nothing.
can deal with it. It doesn't affect me too much, but a man like in flip flops or sandals, it's just like, Buh.
It's nothing like sitting in a hot tub outside when it's 20 below, drunk off your ass in a hot tub, and your friend just who you've known him for years grabs your foot and starts kissing your toes.
Don't touch my feet.
And I'm
No,
sitting there going, yeah,
no,
whatever. I didn't care.
no. If I specifically ask
Yeah.
my honey to rub my feet because they're hurting really bad, and he gets the sports cream or the ice cream or the Bengay or whatever I happen to have on the shelf, and he can rub my feet for a little while, but that's all I can take. I can't. Don't touch my feet. When I was going through beauty school and we had to do pedicures and stuff, I was so skagged out. I was like, I am
Oh,
never gonna be able to do this for a
does it
living.
matter if it's the
Ew.
bottom of your feet or the top of your feet?
No,
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
no,
Oh,
they're
I don't
just
mean like weird, like, ew, you're
sensitive.
strange.
They're really sensitive for one thing, and for another thing, I don't know. Feet are dirty to me. Feet are dirty. Even if I just get out of the shower, I had to walk from the shower to the room with no shoes on, and my head feet are dirty. So just don't touch my
Oh,
feet because they're dirty, and I don't want the feet are dirty. So
I get it.
not in a naughty way, but in a ew way. And toenails are gross. I have to keep my toenails painted so that I don't see them.
Oh. See,
But
my feet are gross because of the toe. But other than that,
yeah, I have weird looking toes. But I didn't have that much trouble with it until I went to beauty school and they made us do these pedicures on people, like grab strangers' feet. And you couldn't pick the one that had the best looking toenails. You had to grab whoever came in, and they might have big funky fungus cheesy toes or something. It's like I can't do this. I can't do this. When I
see,
got out of school, I was like, I will never do a set of nails. I will never do another pedicure again, and no one can make me. I am sticking to hair and makeup. That's all I'm gonna do.
see, my biggest thing was, well, I don't know why, but as people in my family age, they seem to create too much skin.
Oh, yes, okay.
So we constantly have to exfoliate,
Mhm.
and I hate exfoliating products.
Yep.
So, like, when I was a kid, I always watched my mom like peel off layers of skin with a dry towel after a shower. She would just sort of like shed and then
Yeah.
moisturize and then shed and then moisturize. And it's like, what's that for? She's like, because it sucks. It's like, okay. So now I do it. And I'm pretty sure that's one of the reasons why she and I are both germaphobes. Because
Okay.
we think of people as just shedding skin. But I don't know
Yeah.
anyone else who has that problem.
It's pretty common actually. I know my dad has that trouble. Um, a lot of people have extra dry skin, and when you have dry skin, you shed more obvious flakes. We're all shedding skin cells all the time. But when you have dry skin, they take the form of these big flakes because they're stuck together. And yeah, it's more obvious. So,
Yeah, so I've made my own salt scrubs. You
ah,
mix oil and
mm-hmm.
a little bit of soap and a lot of salt, kosher salt, and then you just rub yourself from head to toe and then shower it off.
Yep.
Come out looking pink.
Yep. Definitely. So we've got spare feet, crazy feet, ass cream, Bengay, redundant. Oh my goodness, it's crazy over there. I could take off a few inches and still be proud, but not a foot.
Oh!
Ew, doorknob, bathtub soap under the toenails.
It
Ew.
puts the lotion on the skin or else it gets the hose again. Yes, nerdy. Yes, nerdy. I'm someone who has to moisturize or I turn into a puff of dust.
Ew. I'm like a walking ball of sebum all the time. If I put lotion on, I break out. So I can't.
Really?
I can't use stuff on my face at all. Any like the wrinkle creams and stuff, they just eat my face. The like the retinols and stuff like that. Oh, I get red and like blistery looking. It's awful. I tried that a couple times. Like, nope, not for me.
Well, it's hard for you. I would think it would be hard to avoid the sun for the day after.
Yeah, yeah. But I
I don't
always
do that
all
crap.
my makeup has sunscreen, and I always put sunscreen on my face. Always. That's why a lot of times in the summer I look strange because my body has a nice tan because I'll tan through the sunscreen, but I don't let sun on my face because I have skin issues that I don't want to aggravate up there. I got enough wrinkles from being a smoker. I don't need sun damage too.
See, I use honey on my face
Ah, that's a good antioxidant and antibiotic.
and
Yes.
antifungal. You just put the
Yes.
honey on, and then you like tap your face until all it turns like milky because it's pulled out all the skin.
Yeah.
All the dead skin comes off. You do it on your neck. You do it on your face, is like typewriter style, and then you rinse it up. Now, I told my friend in college that, and she broke out, and I was like, "You broke out because you had a lot of crap in your face. Just
Yeah.
keep it going."
Yeah.
And she did, and she was like, I don't break out anymore," and I was like, "Because you don't have any dead skin anymore." But I only did it
I'm
once a week.
gonna have to give that a try. It's the one thing I haven't tried. I've heard it's a thing, but I have not tried it. I will.
Yeah, I did the honey. I didn't break out because I always did the honey, but I
Yeah.
did the honey, and then I did the moisturizer thing for the rest of the week. Did the honey moisturize, did the honey moisturize. I haven't had a pimple since I was 14.
Oh gosh. Lucky you.
I,
I
I
never
didn't have
outgrew
acne,
mine.
and when I got that pimple, my mother looked at me and said, "Where did I go wrong?" Because she's never had a pimple.
Yeah. I come from a long line of scarred up faces and bad acne and that kind of thing. Crater face.
Oh, I know. I had friends who had that, but I never had that.
That's
So
why I'm glad they invented spackle.
I need spackle anyway because my
Yeah.
skin's not even toned.
Yep. Good old face spackle.
It drives me nuts.
Oh my gosh, and it makes me break out even worse if I don't
What,
wash
the
this off when I get
spackle?
done. Just makeup in general.
Uh, e-
I think I may have rosacea. My mom had it, and I've got some of the symptoms. And she got to a point where she couldn't put anything on her face, not powder, not all she could do was draw her eyebrows on and wear some lipstick. That was it.
oh,
Uh,
that's fun.
but I don't. I ignore it and I put the makeup on anyway, and then just
Yep.
try to wash it off as soon as I can. I hope it doesn't cause
I,
too many problems.
I used to call my mother Snow White behind her back.
Oh,
She's green eyed, like Coke bottle green,
uh huh.
very fair skinned, and her hair was jet black.
Wow.
And she never had any skin issues. And her makeup routine was mascara and cherry chapstick.
Perfect.
And you could see the cherry chapstick because she's so damn pale.
Just like say, wait a minute, cherry chapstick is clear.
Exactly. It's slightly pink and it actually shows on her freaking.
Wow.
But the thing is, put her in a stiff wind, she will burn and peel.
Uh,
Stick her in the sunlight for a couple of minutes, she will burn and peel.
crispy.
She's the only one I know who can tan by fireworks.
That's funny.
I borrowed that joke, but still,
That's a good one. That
it's
was
true.
good.
It's true.
Oh
But
my.
yeah, she had a tiny little eyeliner that was like 15 years old and never used. You know the red ones.
Yeah.
Oh, CoverGirl, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Maybelline.
always on the
Maybelline was
counter
red. Yeah.
and never used it. So it was always in the same. The sharpening was always like never. And I'm
Yeah.
going, why do you have this filthy thing? After 15 years, this is.
Bye, Robert. Thank you for
Ugh!
stopping by. Sorry to cut you
Bye!
off.
I'm like,
Ah,
15 years? How long is your eye stick gonna use? Get rid of it! You never use it!
right? And y'all know that stuff goes bad over after a while. It's like makeup has a shelf life, right? You know that, yes.
I know. You
Okay.
know. Mom never used it anyway, so what's the point? I'd catch her every now and then putting her mascara on. It's like, are you going somewhere fancy? Maybe.
Maybe. It could be.
I'm in the mood. Shut up. Okay. Anyway, I'm sorry. I've pushed you over the 4 o'clock.
Oh, that's okay. It's all right. I really do have to get going though here pretty quick because I got a couple things I got to do before I have to go catch the kids on the bus
Uh huh.
and that kind of thing. But I've had a lovely time. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you guys in the chat. Thank y'all so much for coming. I appreciate you. Really, really, I do. If you find me entertaining, that just makes my heart all swell up and stuff with happiness because
Yay!
I do like to entertain as much as possible.
So we'll talk again soon.
Yes, we will. And y'all don't forget our show this Saturday, 6:30 Central. Girls
Uh
Night In.
huh.
It's going to be on my channel right
Uh
here where
huh.
you are now. So I've already got a thumbnail up. Hit the little bell, set the little reminder so you don't miss it because we have a really good time.
Yes, we do. We'll see you soon.
All right. Bye, Faye. Thank you. Bye, everybody in the chat. Love
Bye.
y'all. Peace.